What is up, Xolemates? As you probably know, Ableton 11 recently came out, so I'm going to be hopping on there, and we're going to be making an indie pop beat using strictly Ableton 11 instruments and audio effects. So let's hop right into Ableton. Hold up. Recently I saw that only 30% of you who watch this channel are subscribed, so if at the end of this video you learned something, you enjoyed this video, then definitely consider subscribing, consider liking the video. Let's hop into Ableton. Hello Ableton Live 11. You look beautiful. So, we've got a new project. Let's just hop right into this. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set the BPM to 135. That was just a number that came to my head literally this second. So there are a lot of audio effects that I'm excited to show you, but the first thing is we're gonna throw in an instrument. So I'm just gonna delete bam, 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 delete those 3 tracks, and we're gonna throw in an instrument. I usually like to start off with piano and keys if I'm doing Ableton built-in instruments, and we've got a bunch of new electric pianos all right here. So exciting. I really like this one. That sounds so cool. There are so many cool new features in Ableton, but one of my favorites is the scale function. So we're gonna do Command-Shift-M, and if you are a Xolmate, if you're subscribed to this channel, then I've shown you how to throw in scales in Ableton, and it's a pretty long process. But now, all you have to do is press this button right here, and look at that. How beautiful is this? We can literally just pick a key, so let's go with E, and then we've got all of these different scales. What even are these? Insen? Oh, Iwato? Kamoi? Like, we're gonna be sticking to minor and major for a while. Maybe we'll get down here at some point, but let's just go with E minor right now, and let's just start off with a 1 chord. Just do a little bit of this action. Really cool instrument. So as you can tell, any note that you play that is in this pink region, it's gonna be in scale of E minor. So that's pretty fire. I think we're gonna just stick to that. Totally joking. Give me some time and I am going to throw in some chords. All right, here are our chords. I lowered them. So I like that, but I'm actually gonna turn them into sevenths just to give them a little bit more sauce. So I'm just adding this 7th note in these chords, and there we go. Now it's gonna sound a lot smoother. And we just have this looped. Now it's time for another instrument. Let's just duplicate this. Set this to a different color. Always got to get the aesthetics going, and let's go to guitar and plucked. That's fire. Let's raise it up an octave. Oh yeah. So I threw in an EQ8 to make this electric piano focus on the mids. That also kind of clashes with this guitar, so we're gonna throw in another EQ8 and then take some of those mids out. Just give room for our buddy. Let's call him Mike, and then this will be Sarah. So Sarah's gonna give room for Mike in that mid section, and Sarah's just gonna take up the highs. There we go. Now, they're working together a little bit better. Woo! That's fire. Next up is bass, and the way I do bass, I literally just duplicate the instrument, Gotta make my basses red. That's just facts. That's step number 1 for an indie pop song. Not really, but you know, it is. All right, everyone meet Paul.
Hi.
Paul is a basic electric drive. Let's solo him. He obviously doesn't sound like a bass, and that's because these chords that I just dragged from over here are too high, so Command A, Shift down. There we go, that's more like it. So, obviously, basses shouldn't be playing chords, so there we go. Let's do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Sounds great. All right, now let's mix it with Mike. Bring in Sarah. And obviously this EQ is just making Paul focus on the lows. This name thing is getting a little weird, so let's just go back to bass, guitar, and piano. You know, we had fun while it lasted, but instruments are done. Let's move on to drums. So I think I want the bass to come in right here. I want the guitar to come in right there, and then I want to do this, there we go. Song structure, done. We're gonna right click up here. Nice try. And we are going to say verse 1. We're gonna right click right here, and we are going to say chorus 1. So there we go, we've got a verse and a chorus, and now time for drums. So you can just go on the internet and type in free drum samples, and you will find some great free drum samples to throw in your beats. I have my own drum samples on my store, so I'm going to be using those. No need to use these, but these are geared toward indie pop, bedroom pop. So we're definitely going to be throwing in a snap. That's essential, honestly. There's 2 ways that I make my snaps sound more realistic. The first way is going to be reverb. So Ableton 11 has this super cool new reverb called hybrid reverb. I'm still learning this reverb. As you know, I'm a huge Valhalla vintage verb guy. That's probably my favorite plugin there is, but this reverb is really cool. There's 2 engines. We've got convolution and then we've got algorithm. So apparently you can mix them, and the convolution reverb is super cool because you can throw in samples and it replicates reverb like that space. Don't know how to explain it, but so that reverb is replicating the space from this sample that I have right here. Let's say we throw in this snare. Now it sounds a little bit different. So I'm actually going to throw in the snap. And as you can tell, you can just play around with this thing. It is so exciting. All right, this reverb is doing wonders to these snaps. They sound like they're in the space, but they just sound like duplicated samples, and that's because the timing is just the same on all of these samples. So what I like to do, I like to turn the grid off, and then I like to just get super zoomed in and move them just inches to the left and to the right. And this is gonna make them have a more natural feel, because obviously if someone is snapping to a song, they're not going to be able to snap at the same exact time on beat. And I'm not going to do it to all of these snaps, but after I do that, I then go into the snaps, and maybe this one's -2, this one's -1.6, and I am lowering the volume of each snap, so the snaps aren't going to all sound the same. So now let's give them a listen. It's not that noticeable where it is off beat, but it's just enough humanizing that it makes it sound realistic. So Let's move on to kick and snare. There we go. Woo! What we could do, just to have a little fun, I recently got a sustain pedal for my keyboard, which is hype. And I think I want to plug it in and play a melody just to end this video. So I hope this video was chill. I hope you learned something. I hope it was fun. Don't stop making music. Subscribe to this channel if you want. I have an EP coming soon with the best music that I've ever made. Super excited to give that to y'all. Have a good day. Have a good night. And have a good time. I gotta stop doing the outros like that. It's just really awkward for me because now I have to find an instrument and I have to show y'all what instrument we're choosing. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to instruments, and I think I want to throw in a synth lead. This is dope. Let's just loop the chorus over here. All right, the chorus is already looped. Yeah, let's just have fun with this one. Let's have it focused on the highs. There we go. Have a good day, have a good night, and have a good time. Shh, I'm back. Just gotta throw in some delay. Turn the feedback down. There we go. All right, let's go.